If I owed you 20 Taylor Swift tickets, so could clip this, send this to your family, this will be understandable. If I owed you 20 Taylor Swift tickets, in theory, I have two options. I can either pay those back in full by giving you the tickets, or I could say I can't afford to pay that back, and we call that a default. Two options when you're in debt: pay it back or default. And I say, I'm so sorry, I can't actually pay that back. Now, the government has a third option. They can actually devalue and debase the thing that they owe by printing money, right? So if I could say, well, Taylor Swift tickets at one point were like $20,000 a pop. If I can make them $2 a pop, I can pay you back 20 Taylor Swift tickets, no problem. I'll just devalue what they're worth. And so the US government has a third option, which is printing currency, debasing the currency, and that's their only way out. So the US government cannot default. That is not an option, right? And they also can't pay it back. Debt to GDP in the US is almost 130%. Global debt to GDP is well over 300%. So that is the amount of debt they have versus the amount of growth they're producing to pay that back. Paying it back is not an option. Defaulting is not an option. So anyone listening, what's the only thing they can do? Devalue the thing they owe, print money, debase the currency. What's the scarcest thing in human history? What's the best performing asset in the last 15 years? What is the best expression of currency debasement? What's a put option on the existing financial system? What is long volatility? How do you monetize this chaos? You buy Bitcoin. You buy Bitcoin. That's been my macro thesis from day one, and that's my Taylor Swift analogy. Bam, clip it.
Bam! It has been clipped. Let's get into today's episode of Money on the Move. Now, pardon my sense of humor here, but when you combine these two faces of Kamala Harris and Gary Gensler, it kind of looks like you get the Wicked Witch of the West. I mean, come on, if they ever had children, it would look exactly like this. And the only reason this is relevant is because Camelback Harris is considering Gensler for Treasury Secretary. We know that neither of these people like crypto, so if you like crypto, go Republican. Welcome back to Money on the Move. I am your host, Phil Yeager. This is a channel where we condense all of the world's biggest economic and financial news, and we don't waste any of your time. We specifically track what big money and smart money is up to. If you appreciate that, like and subscribe, turn on notifications. Without any further delay, let's get into today's stories. For the first time in 22 years, Germany has sent warships to the Taiwan Strait. 2 German warships await orders from Berlin to potentially pass through the Taiwan Strait, marking the first German naval passage since 2002. One of the admirals, when questioned about this, simply said, "We are showing our flag here to demonstrate that we stand by our partners and friends." Former and potential President Donald Trump says that he would consider Elon Musk for a cabinet role. Trump praised Musk, saying that he is a very smart guy and a brilliant guy during an interview. Musk also posted this funny tweet on X. Department of Government Efficiency, aka Doge. This came after his recent interview with Trump on the X platform. Furthermore, other parts of the world do not like free speech, and the EU is threatening Musk, saying that we will close X in Europe. The EU Commission sent a warning letter regarding Musk's role in a US election campaign, citing potential interference, which is ironic considering that Europe typically lends a little bit more liberal and left, and we can definitely say that there was some interference in previous elections. Speaking of cryptocurrency and everyone's favorite digital gold asset, 75% of circulating Bitcoin has not been moved for over 6 months. This stat shows that there is a strong holding pattern. Increased holding may reduce Bitcoin's trading supply, potentially driving up prices, but CryptoQuant's report suggests that Bitcoin could face a minor capitulation first. The photo on your screen, however, tells us a very different story with on-chain data, specifically that the Bitcoin hash ribbons now signals an end to the post-halving minor capitulation period, as displayed by these green bars. It is the 13F filing season, where all the hedge funds that have over $100 million have to report what they've bought and sold. Specifically, when you zero in on the top 25 hedge funds, 15 of the 25 have disclosed Bitcoin ETF holdings. When you take a look at the chart on your screen, you can see specifically how many Bitcoin each one of these hedge funds has. The global adoption of cryptocurrency assets is clearly on the rise. Crypto adoption jumped 6.4% in the first half of the year due to the Bitcoin and Ethereum milestones. According to Crypto.com's latest market sizing report, the global cryptocurrency market has experienced significant increase in ownership this first half of the year. Of course, we have heard of the Bitcoin ETF and the Ethereum ETF, but did you know that in Brazil, they've just approved the second Solana ETF? Bitcoin still remains the dominant crypto asset, with ownership growing 6% to reach 314 million by mid-year, accounting for 51% of all crypto holders. Meanwhile, when it comes to growth, Ethereum has seen a sharper increase in adoption with a 9.7% rise, bringing the total number of ETH owners to 136 million, representing 22% of the global market. The 91-page party platform is expected to be released on August 19th from the Democratic Party, and there is no mention of cryptocurrency whatsoever in it. Now, pardon my sense of humor here, but when you combine these two faces of Kamala Harris and Gary Gensler, it kind of looks like you get the Wicked Witch of the West. I mean, come on, if they ever had children, it would look exactly like this. And the only reason this is relevant is because Camelback Harris is considering Gensler for Treasury Secretary. We know that neither of these people like crypto, so if you like crypto, go Republican. Even though Warren Buffett is slashing his Apple position, Apple is expanding their places of production. Apple's first India-made iPhone Pro comes out later this year. Apple will make the most expensive iPhone Pro and Pro Max models in India for the first time this year, a milestone for the US company and the Asian country's manufacturing sector. This has been another episode of Money on the Move, where we track what big money and smart money is currently doing. If you appreciated today's video, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, check out some of the links in the description below. Stay tuned, we try and put out at least 3 videos a week, so until next time.